things about the Mormons. I was raised with a bunch of Mormons, and so anytime I get to learn more about it, I feel like I'm unlocking a new childhood trauma of mine and my neighbors. It's a nice feeling. Everybody, we've got another comic on the roster. Believe it or not, yeah, we've got more. It's great. Everybody's been great so far. Let me actually be totally earnest. This has been so much fun. Ew. But you know who's not ew is our next comedian, and they are so funny. Everybody, please give it up for Zaza.
Well, hello everyone, and thanks so much for having this event. I was stoked to just see queer comedy. Yes, bring it out for the days. So my name is Zaza, and I am a facilitator by training, good queer, and like to structure my conversation. So I wrote some questions for myself that I'm going to pretend are from other people to make it a little more interesting. So this is from Martha, from Martha's Vineyard, no relation. And Martha's asking, Zaza, I've always been so curious about circumcision, about moils. You seem pretty Jewy. Could you tell us a little bit more about moils? The people who cut off the foreskin. And, Martha, I want to thank you for that question. A little weird with the latent anti-Semitism, but we're going to just put that aside. And just extend towards your curiosity, And so for those who don't know, moils are the men in the Jewish community who feel the calling, feel that vocation to be the professional baby dick chopper of all their friends and family. Yeah. And the role of the moil is, after a baby is born, the moil lies in wait for 8 days, and then at the bris, they pop out, give the baby some wine, and snip the tip, right? And presumably really enjoy it, which is interesting. And I hear an implied question there, Martha, really thoughtful, which is, okay, yes, I'm sure that was a little awkward as a child, but that, older moil isn't going to be around forever. Who are these millennial moils that are going to pick up the scissors, pick up that mantle, right? And so I've been reflecting on that a little bit since the start of this question, and I'm thinking about people I went to Hebrew school with, or high school, probably Jared, to be honest. He just kind of had baby cock energy, It's got to be somebody, and I think of all the people from BBYO, my Jewish youth group, he had the most baby cock energy, yeah. Well, thank you for the question, Martha. Let's do another one. So this one is from Babadook, all the way from North Carolina. Babadook asks, Zaza, what's in a name? What's in a name, Zaza? So poetic, this Babadook. And maybe you're asking that because you know that I've changed my name recently. Given name was Zachary, went by Zach for a long time, then Z, and now Zaza, and I'm really digging that. Our names can reveal a lot about ourselves and what we value, and I've been thinking a lot about this one nickname that I think reveals a lot about our values as a culture. And I was looking this up, and actually 13,000 boys have been given this nickname, and I'm talking about the name Dick. Talking about Dick. Right, there was just some time in the post-war era, a bunch of men, presumably, because no way this was women's idea, got together and said, hey, you know how we've been naming all of our sons Richard, that classic name? Maybe we should just give them all the nickname Dick. What if we just called them all Dick? What? Why do we want to do that? Because we want to say Dick a lot. I want to say Dick a lot more than we're getting to. Dick's on my mind, and kind of want Dick in my mouth, around my mouth, coming in and out of my mouth, and just thinking about it a lot. We're a little repressed, and we want to say Dick, so let us say Dick, please. Okay, I see what you're saying. That makes sense. I also want to say Dick, but isn't this going to like affect their future prospects? You can't just be named Dick. No, I think they could like be president. I mean, we're a bunch of men. If we just say Dick, they can be president. It's not going to be an issue. Well, yeah, that's a pretty good point, actually. And I hear an implied question here, Babadook. So many layers to that question, which is, Zaza, isn't this kind of a feminist issue? Isn't this kind of because why just dicks? You know, we definitely are more comfortable saying Dick because there were all these people who we just had to go around saying, Dick, you're going to be late for school. Dick, help your little sister get her sweater on. Oh, did you get a boo-boo little Dick? Oh, would you stop coming on my tummy, you dirty Dick? You know, all of this just in our common language, it just becomes something that we're more comfortable with, right? And so, just wondering, like, where are the Vulva Jones, you know? Why? I'm not saying it's like my role at all, but like if all of the Michelles at their annual, Michelle meeting got together and Michelle Obama got the gavel out and said, hey, what if we just all accepted a new nickname? What if just all the Michelles just went by Clit? Just all of us. Just Clit Kwan wins the Olympics. Clit Obama's best-selling novel, Becoming. Right? I mean, if they can have Dick Nixon, why can't we have Clit Biden? You know? Clit Biden for Congress. Where is Clit Biden's laptop? That's what I want to know. Right? And I hear just one more layer to this question, Babadook, which is a really deep one, which is, isn't this a body positivity issue? Right? Because, yeah, it's dicks and clits, but there's so many other body parts that deserve a recognition that we hardly even register. And hardly ever do I acknowledge my rectum. And I want to be honest about that. And I think as a culture, we barely acknowledge our rectums. And I think it's time that we spoke up about that, because rectum representation, it matters. It matters. And I'm not saying it's going to be me, but a lot of millennials having kids, if they just all got together and said, you know what, a whole bunch of us, we're just going to name our kids just first name, whatever the baby comes at, rectum. Just rectum Epstein, rectum Muhammad, just rectum, right? And I'm not saying that it's my role in the movement to be the one to name my firstborn child rectum. That might not be me. I'm not saying I'm a hero, I'm just saying that it's about time that we moved on to another joke. I think we need to do that. So I'm gonna read maybe one more. It's a sesame bagel. This is a question from, I don't know. Okay, this is a question from God. I didn't know that they were a fan, but I'm really stoked that they decided to write in. But God asks, Zaza, how gay you be? How gay you be, Zaza? And, God just always gets right to the core, and love the creative use of diction. I mean, when you're the source, you don't really have to follow the rules. And, it's a tricky thing. Like, how do you measure a queer, right? 525,600 bunches? Is that how we do it? And I'm someone who, was like passing and not out to myself until my early 20s, and then still passing as cis and het and all that for my early queerhood. And I think about sort of marker points for me. And I remember being about 21 and feeling like, you know what? I definitely feel more comfortable just my body in queer spaces and queer bars than in straight spaces and straight bars. Maybe some people can resonate. And it's funny, when I'm brought to a straight bar now, I was at a concert in Berkeley, and some new friends brought me to a bar and walked in the room, and was that I'm up? I'll finish the story. So, walk into this bar and just kind of get like a landscape of like short hair and like not a lot of beard. And when there's that much man and not enough beard, I just get kind of like, the hairs on my skin just kind of stand up stiff, like the starched collars of all of these boys' button downs. And walked into that bar, and my friends walking in, my friends walked to the room in the back, and I walked the fuck out of that bar and go home. And it was funny to just like feel my body kind of take over and just turn me around, and walk out of the bar, walk to my car, got in my car, drove home, And it wasn't until I got home that I checked my fitness app, and I was moving at the exact same pace the whole time, and I couldn't believe this. It was actually at the speed of homophobia. That was, my body just took me home. All right, y'all have been fun. There's more. Yes, thank you so much. Love queer comedy. Go team.
Everybody, one more time.